Hello there, my name is Linda Jo Martin. I'm the book lady, and I'm doing the pumpkin tag today. The tag was originated by literary Gladiators, and I was tagged by Luukashist. Links are in the description of the video on YouTube. So the first question in the pumpkin tag is, pumpkin, a writer you always make a point to read in October. If I ever read anything that consistently, it would be a miracle. Question number 2, pumpkin spice, a work you would read to impress a millennial. I had a hard time with this question. I have no idea what would impress a millennial. In fact, I Googled it. What impresses millennials? And I still didn't get the answer, so then it occurred to me, cookies. When in doubt, serve cookies. So here it is, vegan cookies. I think that millennials will be impressed. What do you think? Third question, pumpkin pie, a work that makes you think of autumn. And I came up with this, when fear falls away. It's really the only thing I could think of that made me think of autumn, because of the word fall. That's the key word there, right? Pumpkin cheesecake, a work that was challenging to read, but was a rewarding experience. So you know this is coming, right? My Bible, it was a rewarding experience, and it was very challenging and continues to challenge me. Pumpkin bread, an underrated work from a well-known writer. Again, I'm going to have to go into the Bible, and I want to point out this one book that I think is underrated, especially in today's society. It is the book of Proverbs. And the reason why I think it's important to point it out as an underrated book is that it contains a lot of wisdom information that would be really helpful for young people if only they had the wisdom to read it when they're young. I did not read this book when I was young. I didn't read Proverbs until I was 61 years old. And I really regret that, and I regret not having told my children about Proverbs and read it to them. So I'm telling you that if you're young, or whatever age you are, Proverbs is a great book of wisdom. Pumpkin soup, a work that you first enjoyed, but then lost interest. Oh, I didn't bring it with me, but I'll put it up on the screen. It is Vein of Gold by Julia Cameron. I have read several of her books, and this one I haven't been able to get through because you don't get very far into it when she says that you should write a narrative timeline, life story. I haven't been able to write my narrative timeline, so I haven't been able to read the rest of the book. I'm disappointed about that, and it's still on my bucket list that I need to get this done, or maybe I should say TBR list. Anyhow, I definitely want to do it, but it hasn't happened yet. Pumpkin Doughnut, a light 5-star read. And for some reason I cannot find my copy of this book, which really bothers me, but the book that I recommend is Dear Madam. It is a book about an 80-year-old woman who moved to the Klamath River Valley back in the 1940s, and she wrote this memoir, and it is amusing, powerful, just a blessing to the people of the Klamath River Valley and to anyone who thinks about doing something intriguing and unusual during old age years. Every year now there is a Dear Madam Day. I do have ties to this. I was one of the founders of Dear Madam Day back in 2011, back when I was living in Happy Camp, which is only about 10 miles from where the Dear Madam cabin was. The next question is, pumpkin picking. Within the last year, in which genre did you purchase the most books? I counted, and I saw I have a tie between journaling books and art books. Pumpkin carving. Question number 9. A work that could have been trimmed down. My vote goes to Don Quixote. I don't know who needs 800 plus pages of that. I did not get through this book. I maybe got 300 pages into it. I'm disappointed because it would be so much cooler to be able to say I finished Don Quixote, but I did not. The next question is Pumpkin Painting, a book with magnificent illustrations. Okay, this one might surprise you, but I'm going to give my vote to the Hoopa Project. And the reason why is there is just some amazing illustrations in here by the artist whose name is Harvey Pratt. He is actually a police officer, forensic artist, and they interviewed people in the area of Hoopa, California regarding Bigfoot sightings that they had had. And the artist did actual forensic drawings of what they described that they had seen. So like the one on the front is one of his drawings. Actually, what somebody claimed to have seen. And there's many similar drawings in here. Here's one, Harvey Pratt's sketch of a creature that visited Josephine. Can you see that? And let's see what else have we got in here. Here's one, a child said that he saw an arm coming in the bathroom window. Here's another one. Here's one of a Bigfoot that was looking inside of a cabin window at a sleeping child. Ah, yes. And here is my favorite, forensic sketch of Damon Colgrove's sighting. Because I lived in the Klamath River Valley, I became very interested in the topic of Bigfoot because there had been about 5 reported Bigfoot sightings around the cabin that I lived in. And I have a lot more to say about Bigfoot, but that's going to have to wait for another day. At least the book is orange, so it's perfect for the pumpkin tag, right? Pumpkin ice cream. Question number 11. The most random work you would recommend. Well, this is kind of random. This little book is the Sears, Roebuck & Company Incorporated Consumer Guide for the fall of 1900. And I have this because I was writing a book, a historical fiction book based in 1920, around there. So I thought this catalog would have some suggestions of things that might have been common in people's homes at that time. Shows clothing, furniture, more clothing, knives. I just love this one. The stoves, right? So that's kind of random. I have it because I do novel research, and I have a lot of books for that reason, sort of like reference books. What is your favorite way to enjoy pumpkin? This is question number 12. What is your favorite dish where pumpkin is the main ingredient? Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie, and also I like pumpkin bread. The last question is Pumpkin Patch, who do you tag? I am going to tag a newbie who really needs more subscribers, so if you could help her out, her name is LauraPora. LauraPora, and I will be putting her link in the description of this video. LauraPora, I hope you're watching this because you have been tagged with the pumpkin tag. And that's all I have to say for the pumpkin tag. I have no idea what comes next, but have a happy reading day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.